So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the new Colourpop sold out collaboration with Mandalorian and the Child Baby Yoda palette. So if you want to know exactly how well this applies, keep watching and find out. And also, just to let you know, I got a special guest star in the studio today. So if you want to know who that is, hey, get out of the way. Keep watching and find out. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, go ahead and hit that notification bell as well, so anytime I upload new content, you automatically get the notifications. And while you're at it, go ahead and follow me on my other social media platforms under the name of TrulyMKE. So that would be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, obviously YouTube, Christian Mingo, and Grindr. Why am I doing all this? Oh my god. Alright everyone, so I'm going to be reviewing the brand new sold out Colourpop Mandalorian The Child Baby Yoda palette. At least it's not technically called Baby Yoda palette, but when I see it, obviously it's Baby Yoda. I mean, each is to their own. Everyone's calling this particular character so many different titles, so many different names. You get what I'm trying to say, right? Now, disclaimer, you may hear like a storm, tornado, alarms, everything, wind, rain, I don't know what's going on. Cows flying by. I mean, this is Wisconsin. You never know. Right now, I'm filming this video. I kid you not. In a tornado warning watch. So sounds so bad to say it, but also so hilarious at the same time. No, I'm not playing around. There actually is a tornado warning right now, but I'm like, this is the only time I'm going to be able to get this video done, so I might as well do it now. Anyways, you guys, let's go back. So I am going to be reviewing this particular palette. Again, it is from Colourpop. It is the Mandalorian The Child palette. It is sold out. However, if you want to know how you can get your hands on this particular sold out palette, you gotta keep watching until the very end of this video, and I'll let you know how you can get your hands on one of these particular palettes right here. Alright, so as mentioned, I did say I had a little special guest in the studio today, which I do. Say hi. Okay, he a little quiet. Clearly, he doesn't want to come out and say hi. That's what happens when you have guests come into your studio, and sometimes they don't want to work. I don't know why that is. But anyways, so needless to say, this video still has to continue going. So as I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and unbox this, and I'm going to go ahead and do a small eyeshadow tutorial with this particular palette. Why did I just say it that way? I have no clue. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get this unboxing here so you guys can see exactly how this looks like, how it's swatched. Well, I'm actually not going to do a swatch. If you know me and you see my videos, you know I don't do swatches. I do more go into the palette and just go with the flow in terms of creating a look. And the reason for that is just because swatches don't always, they trick you sometimes. They don't always appear they always don't look like how they're going to look like until you apply it. That made no sense. Anyways, you get what I'm trying to say. All right, you guys. So you must see my special guest today, right? I feel like he's judging me already. I don't know why. I feel like he's judging me. Like those eyes. Like, why am I looking into the monitor and not at him? He looks like he's judging me. Like his big old eyes. You know what he reminds me of? Of my pug that I have. Like my pug has the same eyes like Baby Yoda, aka the Child. Seriously. Anyways, squirrel moment, I'm telling you. So here is the palette. So let me go ahead and give you a close-up look. That is the front. Come on now, this is so adorable in terms of like packaging. And that is the back, and there are the color shade names right there. The shade names themselves are so adorable. Like, come on, this is so cute. So let me go ahead and take it out so you all can see him in all his glory. I don't know how long I'm going to keep him up because I seriously feel like he's judging me right now. Don't judge me. Anyways, you guys, so the front of the palette looks exactly the same in terms of the box itself. Let me go ahead. Okay, I knew that was going to fall out. So, dun, dun, dun. Okay, disclaimer, if you've never seen any of my videos before, you do know, or you may know, that I have a pet peeve in terms of mirrors being inside of palettes. It's a long story. I mean, it's really not a long story. Anyways, so, but this palette is actually, this mirror, from looking at it, it looks really cute in terms of like the presentation. So it's okay. It's okay. So let me go ahead and give you a close-up of these shades overall. So there you go. Hopefully it is picking up on your end. You know how studio lighting can be so finicky sometimes. Did you guys just... Alright, you guys, so I had to stop for a moment because a pan literally just fell out of the palette. You saw it, at least I hope you saw it. Let me go ahead and slowly pick this up. It fell right on the box. Look, it still has its shape. It didn't completely crumble, so that's a good thing. I mean, it is a little dented right there. Let's see if I can slide this sucker back inside to the pan, because the pan is still inside. It's just this particular one right here just fell out. So give me a moment to try to put this back in. Okay, I'm doing surgery style right now. Let's just... Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to go off camera for a moment to fix this sucker. Okay, you guys, so I was able to get it back inside the pan. I'm not sure why I'm laughing. I'm just happy that it didn't completely crumble when it fell out, because that was a long drop. Anyway, so I'm not going to pick up the palette again, just in case another pan decides to fall out. Wow, okay. Anyways, so hopefully if you can see this, what I will also do, I will stick a picture right above here of how the shades look like inside the pan. This way to keep me from having any more shade colors falling out. You get what I'm trying to say. Oh my god, this is... It is what it is. Alright, you guys, so as I was really interrupted by one of the shades falling out, let's go ahead and create a look with this particular palette. Yeah, I'm shocked that it fell out. So as you notice, our guest had to leave the room for a moment. So he said he had too much coffee, right? And he was getting the bubble guts. So I'm like, girl, you better go to the toilet, because I don't need you to be blowing it up right in front of like my other guests who are watching us right now. So he stepped outside for a moment, which is perfectly fine. Let me go ahead and take off this plastic off of the mirror, because I'm actually going to use the mirror in this particular palette. I'm like, why not? So let's go ahead and start creating a look. Now, I have no clue what I'm going to be doing, what look I'm going to create, just because there are 4 green shades in here, and there's one above here that almost kind of looks like a green and silver metallic look, which is called Right Hand Mondo. So technically there really are 5 green shades. Well, no, if you look at this other... Okay, so really there's 6. I'm a little slow. Anyways, so there's a lot of green in here, I'm not gonna lie. So that's where it's going to be a little difficult to try to create a look without it being so green. You get what I'm trying to say, right? So I'm going to go into a Colourpop. This video is not sponsored, clearly. It's just from another unboxing that I did. A Colourpop makeup brush. This is E26. I'm hoping that it picks up on your end. So the shade that I'm going to go into is, I guess, Droid Patrol. It's this nice, rich, again, I'm not trying to pick it up, brown shade down here. I'm going to use that first. Now, from what I've noticed thus far from using Stone Cold Fox palette, anyways, their particular formula is a little bit soft, so I'm already having an idea that's how this palette is going to be. I could be wrong, because I've never used Colourpop palettes before until the one prior. So this is going to be my second palette using there. So what I'm going to do is take that shade, hope you guys will see it, and I'm going to apply it just right by the eyelid crease. Whoa, you see that? There is some pigment. Whoa. Okay, honestly, I wasn't expecting that much pigment. I really wasn't. Okay, which is fine, because what I'm going to do is, if you notice, I'm going in right with the tip, right? And the reason for that is because I want the majority of that color to stick there. And then what I'm going to do is go in with another brush and blend it outward to kind of create an ombre look with this brown, because this brown is really pretty, but I don't want it to be too bold. Does it make sense? I don't know. Let me go ahead and continue and you'll get what I'm trying to get to. Yeah, anyways. All right, you guys, so I was able to go ahead and blend that out. The only thing I noticed with that particular shade, which I don't think it was with this particular shade actually, I think it was just more of the texture of my eyelid. This one right here, if you notice the comparison's difference, this one's a little bit more, I don't know, you can see a little piece where it, for whatever reason, I could just not buff it out. Like, whatever I did, it just would not buff. Like, seriously, even if I got a clean brush and kind of buff it out, it didn't. So I'm hoping the next shade will kind of go on top of it and kind of minimize the look or that little boldness right there. Anyways, so the next shade I'm going to go into this upper hand. Again, I'm not trying to pick up the palette, so I don't want to have another boo-boo. Is this shade in the upper hand right corner, way up here. And I'm going to put that right on the outer edge, top of that brown. So again, this is where I'm hoping that it will kind of soften that look up, maybe help clean it up. But so let me go ahead and then try that right there. Okay, so it is working right there. So I just need to finesse it a little bit more. I'm not sure. I think it's just seriously the texture of my eyelid that it wasn't working. I don't know. Who knows? So let me go ahead and play with this a little bit, and then we'll go right into the next shade. Alright, so the next shade I'm going to go into the middle one right here, which is Baby Face, and that one is actually the lightest green that's in this particular palette. So the next brush I'm going to go into, this is also a Colourpop. It is E25. Hopefully it picks up on your end. If not, I'm sorry. So, okay, there is quite a bit of product on there, so that's pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead in the inner corner of my eye, and this, again, is pretty light, so I'm hoping this is going to be a nice subtle transition look with all of the two shades that are like I used the whole thing with the two shades that I've already used, and this way it won't look like a really bold green. So that's what I'm hoping to achieve, but again, you never know. Anyway, so let me go ahead and play with this a little bit, and then we'll go on to the next shade. Alright, you guys, so I was able to go ahead and apply that particular shade on both of the eyelids. I have not completely blended it all out, because the reason for that is that I'm going to go into the lower middle shade right here. I believe it's called Float Your Frog. Sorry, it's a little product falling out. And then what I'm going to do with this particular look, or this particular eyeshadow, I'm going to go into Colourpop E25, and it's more of a smaller precision brush, at least I think it is. And what I'm going to do is take that particular shade and place it in the middle of, or not in the middle, excuse me, in the outer edge of both sides. Hopefully to kind of like darken it up in the outer edge areas. Does that make any sense, you guys? I'm just knocking stuff over. Does that make sense? If not, I don't know. Anyways, so let's go ahead and try that. Yeah. Let's just see, like, well, it can't get any worse. I mean, it's not bad now, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? So let's go ahead and just work this up a little bit. This is the reason why you would definitely want to use a smaller brush, because you don't know of how much the product is going to pick up. So you see that? Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. So let me do the inner corner of the eye now. Let's see. Do you guys hear the rain? Like, it's coming down, like, okay. This is really nice. Like, let me put a little bit more of this darker green in the inner corner of my eye. Let me show you. Yeah, let me go ahead and play with this a little bit more, and then we'll get on to the next shade. Alright, you guys, so I was able to go ahead and blend those out. So I'm going to go into another shade. So the brush I'm going to use now is E29. What I'm going to do is go into this top middle shelf, oh my god, shade anyways. And I'm going to apply that on top of the middle lighter shade of green that I used originally. That was Baby Face, and I'm just going to apply that on the middle of that and work it way to the top. And then I'm going to go in with another metallic color. So hopefully I'm able to use a brush without having to use my finger. If not, I can always go in there with my brush. I mean, with my finger, no problem. But I first want to see if it's going to apply. All right, so it's a little, I mean, it's there. Let me get a setting spray and see if this may help a little bit as well. So these you can do multiple ways. If not, then I'll definitely use my finger, but let me go ahead and try that. Ooh, almost hold it the wrong way. You all know what happened before. All right. Okay, so yeah, that worked too. So that's not bad. So let me go ahead and apply that upward. Wow, that is really nice though. Okay, so again, the shade that I just got done using is Right Hand Mondo. So what I'm going to do is work this way upward and slowly have it blend out so it's not as strong or bold, because up here I'm going to use another metallic shade. So let's go ahead and do that. So this way it looks like it's kind of like, almost kind of like an ombre look up there. Okay, so let me go ahead and play with this a little bit more and then we'll head on to the next shade. Alright you guys, so I was able to go ahead and apply that particular shade and blend it out. So far I like it. So the next and final shade that I'm going to use to complete this overall look is I'm going to go into the shade that fell out, which is called The Force. So I'm going to take another Colourpop E25 brush and I'm going to apply that right on top of the, just like a, the top shelf, why I keep wanting to say shelf, top shade. Oh my goodness, Carlos, you just can't get your words today, huh? But then again, that's every day. Anyways, so I'm gonna apply that on top of the shade. I don't know what I want to say, you guys. Anyways, so right up here, you know what I'm trying to say, right? You know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so I'm going to apply this up here. This is the reason why I didn't want to go all the way to the top, because I wanted to kind of blend this all out together. And the reason why I'm using this shade is because since the shade up here is a little bit brown already, I think that it's a more good, useful storyline to create with that gold tone of the Force, the one that keeps falling out. So let's go ahead and just glide it out over here, smudge it out a little bit more and see how that looks. Oh yeah, this is really, really nice. Subtle, but good. Let me go ahead and apply this on this side over here. God, I'm trying to be so careful holding this palette so any shades are not loose in here. Okay, so if you guys, any of you have already purchased this particular palette and have already received it, did you have the same issue with like maybe a shade pan falling out, or is it, or was I just a lucky one? Seriously, like, all right, this is so nice. You know what I'm going to do actually? In the inner corner of my eye, I'm actually going to go into this Precious Cargo, this really, really metallic light green, and put it right in the inner corner of my eye. I may just bring it on the waterline area too to make it pop even a little bit more. All right, what do you guys think? Yeah? No? Yes? No? Maybe so? Who's to say? I don't know. Ooh, okay. You know what? Since I have you guys here, and since we already know metallic shades are really finicky, let me spray this with a setting spray and just go into that shade. So while we're in here already, okay, why is it not picking up? Let me, there we go, okay. Go inward, and then the reason I'm going to go inward now is because I want the tip of the brush to get most of the product, and I'm hoping it does. So I'm going to apply that right here and see if it does what I want it to do. Oh yeah, it did. Do you see that? Oh yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish this and then add it also to the waterline area. And then I will give you my final thoughts and opinions with this particular palette, and to tell you how you can get your own free The Child and Colourpop palette. Why do I always keep talking like that now? I need to stop watching Beverly Hills of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because I keep getting those accents in Harry Potter 2 movies. You get it. Alright you guys, so that completes my overall look using this particular palette right here from Colourpop and the collaboration with Star Wars of the Mandalorian, I was about to say Mandalorian Bay. Mandalorian, oh my god, I can't talk anymore. Anyways, you get what I'm trying to say, in the Child palette. So what I think about the palette, actually the palette is really, really nice in terms of the pigment. The pigment is really there. So far from the two palettes thus far that I've used from Colourpop, there is pigment, which I'm really surprised, to be completely honest. I'm not sure why I've never tried Colourpop Colourpop products before, so damn Carlos. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Other than the fact that this particular shade fell out, I didn't really have to finesse it all too much. I did notice there was a little bit of fallout, so and my suggestion would be that if you are going to be getting ready with this particular palette, I would suggest doing so before you put the foundation on, because if not, you're going to have to clean up. I didn't put any foundation on my face right now. I wasn't planning on doing that. But there are some areas where there's still some glitter that are left over. Obviously that's because of the metallic eyeshadow shades, and there was some like that too in the matte shades as well, but nothing to the point where overly it was crumbling all over the face. No. Now in terms of wearability, how long it's going to last, I honestly don't know. I think if you have a good eyeshadow primer, then the shades should last you quite a bit. But if you notice, the blendability is there, pigment is there, no issues whatsoever. So I'm 100% content with this particular palette. Now I did do some eyelashes, not eyelashes, mascara. I didn't put any falsies on. I did create some wings in there, so maybe you can see it. I don't know. I decided it didn't come out too hot. This one is a little bit better. Anyways, yeah, I'm still trying to get used to this little, you know, eyeliners. I don't know why I always struggle with eyeliners. Anyways, and then when I did order this particular package, I did order a tinted lip balm from Colourpop Cosmetics. So that actually is the shade that I have right now, and this is in the shade Always Right. It may not pick up. Anyways, I will leave in the description field the name of the shades that I use, the palette. I will link directly to Colourpop's website as well, just in case if you're interested. I don't know if this palette is coming back onto their website. I do know that it is sold out, unfortunately. They do have it listed as email me to let you guys know when they do plan to place new product out there for this particular palette. But I did the same thing with Hocus Pocus because I wasn't able to get my hands on that particular collection. And clearly they're not bringing it bringing it back. That's what I meant to say. Which leads me to my next statement. Now, if you do want to get your hands on this particular palette right here, and you wasn't one of the lucky ones, here we go, and you wasn't the lucky ones to get one of this, I did order two. However, I'm keeping both of them because this is actually so cute. So it's a great souvenir piece. And especially this one's already ruined. I'm not going to give you a used one. I'm going to still keep this one. I'm not ghetto like that. Anyways, so this video is not sponsored. However, I will include another YouTuber who is actually giving one palette away. She was able to order two. So one she is keeping for herself, and one of them she's giving out to her subbies. So what you have to do is make sure you head over to her channel. I will include an image right here of her channel name. It is Sabrina Unboxings and More. I will also include a link to her channel in the description field below. So go over to her video and see exactly how you can get your hands on one of these dropping stuff, one of these sold out particular palettes. So if you're really interested, make sure you check out her channel and see how you can get a palette as well. And it come out right. You get what I'm trying to say. All right, you guys, so our buddy decided to come back after being on the toilet for a minute. You can see he ain't looking at me, right? Clearly he don't like the look. But anyways, as rude as our guest was today, because clearly he wasn't here for the whole video, it was still nice enough to show up, right? Let's see. He's lost for words. Anyways, you guys, but definitely leave a comment below. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions in terms of this overall look. Do you love it? Do you hate it? I really hope you like it. Make sure you also hit that like button as well, and just leave a comment. Just let me know what you think overall. I mean, is it hit or miss? If you receive this palette, if so, what are your thoughts and opinions regarding this particular palette? For me, I absolutely love it. I wish they bring it back, but who knows? Anyways, until then, make sure y'all brush your teeth, wash your culo, and subscribe. Until then, take care. Bye now. Right? Bye. He ain't saying shit. I mean, he ain't saying nothing. Bye. Oh my God.